So here we go. This is what happened. I woke up one morning. I went to the bathroom and I looked at my face and it just felt like extremely dry. And I thought to myself, my gosh, I need a facial. And so after that, I went back to bed and then I woke up a couple hours later. It was a Sunday morning. And then I remember I was saying it to my husband. I said, oh my God, my face is so dry and it's just, I need a facial. And he was like, okay, then go get a facial. What's the big deal? And I was like, whatever. So I walked away. So that evening, I decided to meditate. I meditate every evening. And as I was lighting my candles, I just had this thought popped up where I remembered a conversation between one of my girlfriends. Just a few days ago, we were talking about law of attraction. And she was like, you know what? We hear so much about it and we know so much about it because obviously we're attracting to us what we want, good or bad, whether we know it or not, intention or no intention, it comes to us. So why not let's just practice with intention. And that popped out into my head, and as I was lighting my candle, God, I wish I could like almost demonstrate it with you with the candles and everything, but that would be just too much. But anywho, so I lit my candle and I thought about facial. Okay, I have a tendency of touching my face. I'm always touching my face. I'm always going like this. And I remember doing this and I thought, God, I need a facial. Why not try to manifest it? Can I get a facial? Can I pay for $60 some to get a good facial? Absolutely I can. But I didn't want to. I don't know why. I just like, I want to manifest this. So that's what I did. I lit my candle. I centered myself. And I thought, you know what? I want to get a facial. I don't want to go out there to say, I don't want to go make an appointment to go get a facial. I want the offer to come to me. I didn't care how it happened, whatever. That was, in that particular moment, that was not my concern. So that's what I did. I lit my candle and I infused my energy in it and I centered myself and I kind of got into a little bit of meditative state, and then I asked the goddess of the universe to bring this to me. I didn't really care how it happened. I really, honestly, in that moment, I think the key is you gotta surrender, where you gotta just let yourself go and just believe in that moment that what you want, if the intention is good, if it's pure from your heart, it'll come back to you. And I think I did that for a slight moment. I just let go. I just let go of everything. And I used this little practice that somebody showed us in a lecture. I've been attending a lot of lectures over the years and a lot of classes and what have you. And there was the sage from India that came, and very, he's well known, but he taught a little technique where you picture in your mind's eye. Remember, nothing is in the outside, it's all within. So you remember, you bring in the sun, the morning sunlight, and then you bring in the moon aspect, the moon at night, and then you merge both of them together like this. And once you merge together, two become one. And then right there, in that beaming sunlight, you put in your intention. Now, you don't just picture a car, you don't just picture a house. You can if you want. But I just think we gotta start small. You can't manifest big stuff if you're not able to manifest small stuff. So in that moment, when the sun and the moon hit, and right in the center, I infused my energy and I put in my intention. And my intention was very, very clear. It was like, I want to manifest a free facial. That was it. But here's the key. You can't just put something out there. You got to believe, meaning you have to have faith. Whatever you do, people, if you don't have faith, it's not going to happen. And it's so hard for us to do that. I know, I'm guilty of it. You know, I'm guilty of it. But in that moment, I put my faith in and I knew. So I pictured myself. And this is what I did. I said, I want a facial. I pictured myself getting a massage. I pictured myself someone caressing my face and just the gentleness of it and how good I felt. It felt good. And I was in a state of just that bliss, like, yes, this feels so good. My skin just felt like it was glowing and yada, yada, yada. So, let it go. And then what happened? 2 days later, well, I had actually, once that manifestation happened within myself, I let it go. I looked at myself in the mirror, didn't even think anything of it. The facial stuff never even bothered me. So 2 days later, I received an email from my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goddess sister, Lynn. Betty Lynn, Betty Lynn, Betty Lynn. Praise to you, goddess. Yes. She calls me, and no, she didn't call me. She sent me a message that said, I would love to gift you this gift, and I would love to have an hour of your sacred time. And then it said facial on it. And I thought, what the hell? I was tripping. I ran to my husband. I said, oh my God, I think I just manifested my facial. La, la, la. He's just like, okay. And I was like, whatever. That's how my husband just like, okay. Okay. Yeah. So long story short, you know, week after Betty and I got together in her sacred, beautiful sanctuary in her spa. It was so beautiful, so tranquil, and we talked and she did my facial, and it had just the way I had imagined. You know, she massaged my hands and I just felt relaxed. You know, she did what she needed to do, and my face felt softer, you know, it felt glowy. And then after she was done, you know, she said, you know, why don't you get dressed? And I remember I got up and it was the dim lights and everything, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I just felt so beautiful. In that moment, I was just like just everything was just okay. I felt beautiful just in that moment. So it wasn't really about the facial, it was just about the fact that here I was able to manifest something that I wanted, and it happened. And in the midst of that gratitude, I felt the beauty within myself, and it was just like, it was so beautiful. But here's the thing. Here's the key thing, people, and listen. Please listen. At the end of the day, it's not about the facial. That was just an idea that I took, and then I put it out into the universe. In order to make something happen, you can't do it alone. It's a collective thing. So when we send something out into the universe, and if there's somebody that is centered, like right here, heart chakra, and if that person is in their center, and when you put out an energy, they will receive it. It's like, boom, 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 receive it. And that's where she was. Here I was putting the intention out into the universe, and here was somebody who owned a spa. You know, that's her forte. That's what she does. And because she was in her heart center, she was able to listen to her divine saying, hey, why don't you call her? The girl needs a facial, you know? So it's all about being centered, you know? And if we all just take the time to always just remember, to always remain in our center. It's so hard, I know. God knows I know. With everything that I've learned, you know, it's so easy to get sidetracked and stay in the center, and the key to sending out. So anyways, I send out my intention. Here is Betty in her heart chakra, And she heard it. The universe, you know, God said, hey, go help this girl, man. She needs a free facial. And because my sweet Betty was in her vortex of love, she was able to hear that. And she was, not only did she hear it, here's the thing, a lot of times we get that intuition that says, here, you gotta do this, and we're just like, no. But not only did she heard her intuition, her heart, what it was saying, she acted on it. So that's another thing, you gotta act. You gotta act. Just like I wanted a free facial, you know, I acted. I went into my little area where I meditate or what have you, and I did my part, and my part was visualizing that actually what I wanted had already come to pass. And that's another thing. There's nothing, everything that we need, we already have, but we have to have the ability to believe that we have it. Granted, it's not going to happen all the time, or it might happen a year from now, 2 months from now, or what have you. But if your intention is pure, and if there's someone else out there, because remember, we cannot do anything alone. We can't. You know, just like with God, we're co-creators. You know, God can do his or her part, and if we are not aligned with who we are, then we're not going to do it, you know? And so it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Have faith. So here's something I want you to do. Pick something small. I don't care. Valentine's is coming up and you want to date. You know, imagine yourself with someone. That someone doesn't have to be your soulmate. That someone doesn't have to be your life partner. But, you know, maybe you can just go out and have a few drinks and just relax. And, you know, and if you don't want to do that, that's fine too, you know. Find something that you want. Maybe, you know, you're looking for a job, you know, and when you're waiting for a phone call that you wish somebody would make the first move, what have you. Bottom line, the key is to know that it has already happened. So imagine picking up that phone call. Imagine getting that phone call for an interview that you did, and all of a sudden you got the job because you believed that you could. You know what I mean? And sometimes it won't happen, but don't get discouraged, because when one door closes, another door opens. Gosh, God knows, I've learned that the hard way. Like, there are things that I thought I had in the palm of my hands, and poof, you know, it didn't happen. And then a year later, it's like, okay, now I know it didn't happen. Yeah. Send your intention out with love and with faith that you already have it. And there's going to be someone out there that's going to be in their heart chakra, like my Betty, and they'll reach out to you. And the rest is history. And then you know that you created this experience. And once you know you've created it, and then you get more excited, then pick another small stuff. Another one I got. Oh my God. After that, I was talking about video editing. I was talking to a friend, and he's like, hey, you know what? I got all kinds of softwares that you could load, and I mean, I could download for you. He's like, don't even worry about it, you know. It's like, so he gave me like $179 worth of video editing stuff that now I just have to take the time and to learn how to edit, yada yada yada. But that's another manifestation within the same month. And I did the same thing, and I said, God, you know, I saw myself video editing. I saw myself how I wanted things, and I believe that just like it happened with Betty, this will happen too within 2 days. I didn't have to say anything to this person. We were just having a conversation about me doing video blogs, and he's just like, oh, okay, and hey, don't worry about it. I got your back, you know. And I was just like, oh, I love you. Yeah, so it's fun. Actually, it almost becomes fun. Okay, I'm way out of the time is going so fast because I have so much to say. But yes, know that you could do it. Pick something small this week and go ahead, you know. I don't care. You don't need to have a meditation space. You don't need anything. You just need yourself. You could be out in the nature walking, you know, your dog, or just walking in general, and you get this idea, and just, of course, you have to center yourself because it has to come from within, and you have to go into that space where you have faith that it's gonna come to pass. So yeah, you know, I'm excited. Let's co-create with God and co-create with each other. And if something good happens where you know that you did it, send me a private message. I know a lot of people like to keep things private. Not everybody's public as I am. But yeah, it works. Do whatever it does. Share it, don't share it. It doesn't matter. But I tell you people, when you start experiencing it, you're going to want to share. Anyways, my time's running out. God bless. I'll see y'all soon. Mwah. Bye.